Thank you for having us. When Joyce attended Tennessee State, and she attended church there at 7 o'clock in the morning. So when we moved to Orlando in the year of 73 and 74 school year, she attended Shiloh at 7 o'clock. And I've never heard of such at 7 o'clock in the morning having church. So she went for a couple of Sundays, and then I joined her that third time, and then we joined the church back in 73. We joined Shiloh in 73.
That we were members there until 2007, over 30 years.
I was a part of the music program. Deacon Cobbs and myself, we provided music on the fourth Sunday at the 7 o'clock service. Then later I bumped into Clara Walters, Jerome Brown, Cheryl Graham, and Helen Cobbs. And then we worked with the youth choir, and we started with them. They had 11 members, and it grew to 45 members. And then later I became a deacon, and I worked on the deacon board.
Well, some of the ministries in which I participated was Sunday school, where I taught the nursery class. I recall being there one morning with Chandra, and they were short of teachers, so Mrs. Hankerson asked me if I would go and substitute with one of the classes. I think that's how I got my foot into the door. So I became a teacher of the nursery class up to pre-K. Later, I would work with Vacation Bible School, which was an outreach ministry because we brought in people from the community. I was also a junior Girl Scout leader. That too was an outreach ministry. We went out and got kids from the community to join our Girl Scout troop. Later, I was chair of the Deaconess ministry. Now, while working with that particular ministry, we kind of focused on learning and serving. Those was our focus points.
Reverend J.W. Toomer was the pastor.
Reverend Toomer was a progressive, up-to-date kind of pastor. And I believe he's one of the first ones who started an early service, the 7 o'clock service that Cleveland mentioned, which I really enjoyed.
Reverend Toomer was one that was very friendly, and he introduced us to Fran Riley and Gloria Riley. And they were the bus drivers at that time that picked up people to bring to the church. And most of all, they picked up the youth to bring to choir rehearsal. And he strongly believed in education. He and his wife, Mrs. Toomer, who was an elementary school principal at Durance Elementary and Orange County Schools. And she was a big supporter of our college, Florida Memorial College, now Florida Memorial University, that's in Miami. And the two of them they would always encourage students to get scholarships, and they would help them get scholarships and send them off to college. And he believed in working with all people and making them feel welcome.
Now, too, I'd like to mention Boy Scout and our scouting. We had a Girl Scout troop there at Shiloh, and I was the leader of the junior troop for a short season. But the Boy Scouts were phenomenal. The Eagles Achievement is the highest award that a scout can receive. And I'm aware of at least 4 of our scouts in Troop 90 becoming Eagle Scouts. Some of the youth that we work with, they are educators, attorneys, paralegals, doctors, lawyers, news reporters, nonprofit organizations, and businesses, police force, and working with the airlines there in Orlando. So that shows that we have a lot of students who became successful and the workforce in different areas.
Okay, I would like to talk about the men's choir. In 1976, we had Women and Men's Day on the fifth Sunday. Johnny Lane was chairperson for the women, and Calvin Lane was chairperson for the men. We had the Women's Day program at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we had the men's program at 6 o'clock. And that's when Reverend Toomer wanted to organize a men's choir for this occasion. And our speaker for that occasion was Jake Gaither from Florida A&M University. And then when we moved into the new church in 1980, Miss Whitehurst started the men's choir up again. And then later on, we developed the choir, and then we took over, Lynn Wood and myself, we took over as directors, and we would give regular concerts, and then we became a regular choir that would sing every month at the church.
The Sunday school was organized under a general superintendent. He was superintendent over Sunday school, but he had 4 appointed superintendents for other departments. So I'm going to start off with Reverend Toomer. He believed in preaching the word. And I mentioned before, it was not an island. We worshiped with other churches. One such collaboration was when all the churches would get together for their usher meetings. And 2, they would, Cleve didn't mention it, but the choir was often invited to go to other places to sing. So that was another way of involving them in. But Shiloh's membership exceeded 1,000 members from all walks of life. Shiloh was really looked up to as a lead in church in the community. As a matter of fact, some people refer to it as Big Shy. This is for me and anyone else who is so inclined. Do not think more highly of yourself than you ought to. Read Matthew 3:12. So that's just a little sidebar note I would like to put. But my duration as a member of Shiloh, I enjoyed it. And I feel that it really met the needs of a lot of people.
I would like to close by saying Shiloh was always a very friendly church, and it made all of the people in the community feel welcome, and they did a lot of things too for the community. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of the celebration, and we wish you all well.